Hey Ma, some people call you the Queen. You know that?
The Queen?
Yeah, because I guess because you're the queen of the household, you're the queen of whatever. Have you ever been vulnerable in a situation where you were desperate and you trusted somebody who was a psychopath? Basically.
Well, I don't know if they were psychopaths.
Basically, like here's what I want to explain. Basically, you're sitting in solitude. You have low self-esteem. You're mentally ill, and you're vulnerable. Basically, you're vulnerable, and you basically jump at any opportunity of somebody loving you. And somebody genuinely loves you, or you think they do, but the person's a liar. They're secretly a monster behind a mask or a psychopath.
I don't know if they're necessarily a monster. They're just not truthful about their feelings.
Right.
And that's painful, hurtful, and using. It's a using person.
Right.
And that's shitty.
Right.
That's shitty.
That's shitty. And unfortunately, the people who are the weakest and most vulnerable
get hurt the easiest.
Tend to get hurt because they're so desperate, and they'll trust people who.
But you gotta learn
what
from that.
you realize is this is like narcissistic. This is like psychopathic. You know what I mean?
It's not.
It's like the predators often pick on the weak and vulnerable. They're able to spot the people who desperately need to be loved.
Right, there's a lot of that on the internet. A lot of that.
Like the psychopaths really, they can spot the weak and vulnerable and
the sad,
the
needy,
the broken, and they prey on them.
Yes.
And the psychopaths are charming. They
sociopaths are charming.
Well, like they'll act like they're your best friend. They'll act like they'll act like obviously.
How do you think these people get these young children to?
Let's talk about that type of thing. But they'll act like they'll act like they're your best friend.
But as an adult, we learn when we've trusted these people. Everybody has trusted people that have wronged them and harmed them. Everybody in their life. What you do is you learn. Sometimes some people get so scarred they don't want to try again.
Unfortunately, sometimes you get so broken, you get so rejected, you get so bullied, and then you're desperate, and you go out there and you're like, all right, I'm so desperate for a friend and to be loved. And you trust a psychopath, and you get even more broken. Like somebody who's broken and shattered gets even more broken and shattered. Because they trust somebody who is just a predator, basically.
Okay, but then you've got to be strong and pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and say, I will survive. This person will not win over me. I am lovable, and I will be loved. You cannot let another individual live in your head and run your life. Get rid of them. End it. Put it in, take everything and put it away.
I mean, obviously, when you're used and discarded by a psychopath, I mean, it kind of crushes you to your core,
Yeah, but if you live in that crushing moment, if you stay in that crushing moment, then they win, and the rest of your life is ruined because you're allowing it.
Right.
You can't allow a psychopath to crush and ruin you, or somebody that's hurt you to crush you. It happens all the time. People do this all the time. Sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes it is. But that being said, it then comes back on you. What am I going to do to move forward?
First off, you got to not be so vulnerable.
Right.
You can't
Don't be vulnerable.
You got to
be weary.
You got to assert yourself. You can't be like
loving.
You can't be like a deer caught in headlights. Like, oh, somebody loved me.
No. You can be loving and kind.
The psychopaths will spot that and prey on you.
Right. You can be loving and kind, but cautious. Always caution and time. Sociopaths and psychopaths and unloving, cruel people don't want to waste too much time. They'll try to get right to the meat of using people.
Right.
And that's all you need to know in the back of your mind. Give a person enough time and they will show their colors. Put them in a situation where they show their colors. How they treat their family, how they treat their friends, the way they deal with a waiter at the restaurant.
Right.
They will show their colors.
Oh, no, you often see people rude to waiters.
Yes,
and mean to animals. People that are mean to animals or people that are rude to restaurants.
Phony, they're phony.
I mean, that's... Watch how somebody treats somebody who could do nothing for them, or how they treat an animal.
Exactly, and that's how you learn.
Because that reveals somebody's true colors, and that is what it is.